At 35, I'm going to run for New York State Senator. And in 10 years, I'll be the first Afro-Latina president of the United States.
I'm an urban studies major with an econ specialization, and what I want to do in my career is focus on affordable housing in New York City.
My all-time goal is to be able to live off being a performer. I sing, I dance, I act, and so I can go down any of those roads if I want to. And so that's the life I want to pursue.
Well, I learned about Oliver Scholars through my guidance counselor. When I walked in, on the first day, she came up to me, she was like, "Selene, you need to be an Oliver Scholar." And I was like, okay, sure. I wasn't really familiar with the program. It is challenging to be at school and also have Oliver work, because at school, I get only a little bit of homework, but I have a whole bunch of tests too. And then Oliver, they throw this pile of homework on me, and it's just teaching me that I have to just keep going through, because I know that at the end of the day, I'm gonna reap the benefits of all this hard work.
I'm an Oliver alumna, the class of '94. Oliver really prepared me to be ready for the shift that was going to happen for me between the educational environment I was in before and what was coming. One of the benefits that I see for students who are Oliver Scholars is that they have the experience of having to negotiate between varied environments and having to learn to do that pretty early on in life. I think that's a skill that is important for people to learn, and that they have the advantage of learning that before many other people do, that will ultimately be applied to their experience at college and in their career and in whatever they decide that they want to do in their futures.
Oliver has been a major support system in my high school career, mainly because in my sophomore year, I had come into some very intense health issues in which I couldn't attend school. And I missed about 3 weeks straight. And I was behind on so many things. So I turned to Oliver counselors that I had, and they tried to calm me down and just tell me everything was gonna be fine. They also helped me set up a plan in which I was going to get things done, both with me and my teachers at the school. So they helped create a bridge that worked out great for me, because I was able to get back on my feet and end that year with a bang. My grades were great. I'm very thankful for that.
I thought I was gonna go to any university that accepted me, and I hadn't realized that Oliver Scholars had set me up to go to one of the top universities in the world.
The organization works very hard to get involved early on and stay with a student as they progress through middle school, high school, college, and beyond.
It was unreal to know that all of the work that I had been putting in since 7th grade had actually been worth it, and that I was going to go to a university that I didn't even think I had the potential of going to.
It's very evident to me that leading industries are looking for the exact same skills that Oliver is instilling in its scholars from day one. I think that will lead to a higher probability of scholars achieving their full potential, but it'll also directly benefit the companies themselves.
So when we think about diversity, how do we learn about how others might think? How do we think differently? How do we become exposed to ideas that are different than our own? We need to create communities so that can happen. So that when we are in school, when we're teaching or learning, we are able to have those different perspectives.
I remember not wanting to be an Oliver Scholar or even do the program. It sounded miserable because you're spending a whole summer doing schoolwork. And I think at the time I didn't realize how great of an opportunity it actually was. And then after I went to my first summer immersion program, it felt right. The fact that I was amongst people of color that wanted to push ourselves academically and push ourselves to break boundaries that have already been set.
Oliver helped me know that I would be okay in college, because they will still be there for me. They wouldn't disappear after high school. They will stick with you, not only even through college, but you'll still have a connection to Oliver for life.